You tired of waiting for the perfect deal to land in your lap? What if I told you there's ways to design your own deal flow to proactively find and attract exact businesses you want to buy? Because here's the truth. In this game, the buyers who win aren't the ones who wait, they're the ones who create their pipeline. Hi, I'm John Stoddard, DealFlowSystem.net. I've helped buyers close 33 million in deals and raise 50 million in funding. If you're working full time and want to buy a small business without wasting years on junk deals, this video is for you. Part one, from dream to target. Let's start with the part most buyers skip. Defining your ideal acquisition before you start searching. I don't mean I want to buy a profitable business with growth potential. That's way too vague. Brokers hear that 100 times a week. I am talking specifics like industry, size, geography, revenue range, cash flow, growth trajectory, even softer stuff like company culture, brand reputation, and customer base. Think of it like house hunting. You don't just tell your realtor, find me something nice. You give them a checklist. And you also need to identify your unfair advantage. Ask yourself this question: what skills or resources make me the perfect buyer for this business? Do I have industry know how? Am I a killer marketing guy? Do I have access to capital others don't? Charlie Munger has this great line: play games where you have an edge. Munger didn't try to beat Silicon Valley at coding. He stuck to businesses where his and Buffett's edge, like patience, capital allocation, and discipline, gave them a winning hand. Let me just show you an example here. I had one of my guests on my podcast. He was dead set on an HVAC company. But when we dug deeper, we found the real advantage was in his customer service and managing large field teams. He'd run multiple location fitness clubs before. So instead of chasing random listings, he targeted service businesses with high volume of customer interactions. Within months, he told me about closing on a plumbing and electrical company with strong repeat business with great margins that made HVAC look weak. Part two, unlocking hidden opportunities. Once you know your target, it's time to reverse engineer where those businesses live. You can do some proactive research strategies like AI and big data tools like Apollo.io, Data Axle, or LinkedIn Sales Navigator to pinpoint companies by revenue, headcount, or location. Or like public filings. You'd be shocked how much gold you can find in annual reports, UCC filings, or local business licensing databases. Buffett did this in the 60s. He literally went page by page through Moody's manuals looking for underpriced companies that fit his criteria. Most people today, they like swipe right on BizBuySell for 10 minutes and call it a day. Here's what we're talking about. You've got to network nurturing deal flow. Don't just meet brokers when you need a deal. Build those relations months in advance. You want to be on the short list when they get a pocket listing or a new listing comes out. And here's where Ray Dalio's principle of meaningful relationships comes in. Dalio built Bridgewater by constantly feeding his network value before asking for anything back. Fill in your bucket. He'd share insights, connect people, send useful data. That keeps you on top of mind. All right, competitor intelligence. Do you want a shortcut? Study your competitors. Who's in your ideal industry? Slightly smaller than your target size and might be feeling the squeeze. I once had a student uncover a struggling competitor simply by calling their customers and asking if they were happy. All right, just an important note here. This isn't your only outreach. Before you think this is the only outreach you need to do, let me be clear. This reverse engineering approach supplements your on-market deal search. You still need to hit the on-market listings regularly. That means scanning BizBuySell, BizQuest, and local brokers. And you still need off-market reach like emails, letters, industry networking, alumni connections. This strategy works best when it's part of a multi-pronged approach. You want multiple lines in the water at all times. All right, the art of the approach. When you're ready to reach out, don't sound like a spammer. Lead with curiosity and respect. Something like this. Hi, I've been following your company for a while, love what you built, and wanted to see if you'd ever consider a conversation about selling. What not to do? Don't open with a lowball offer and don't make it about you first. All right, let's talk about beyond cold calls. Warm introductions beat calls every time. This is where you tap into LinkedIn, alumni groups, or industry events. Like, here's a story. Brian Beers, he's on my podcast. He's a Midas franchise who scaled Midas locations to $50 million. He sets up a booth at the Midas franchise meeting, not to sell, but to network up with other owners. Some came to him years later when they were ready to exit because they remembered him that first meeting. Here's the talk about the why you. If you can clearly articulate why you are the right buyer, you'll stand out. Sellers care about legacy, employees, and customers, not just the price. All right, part 4, structuring for success from day one. The second you get traction, start light due diligence. Is the revenue real? Are the customer relationships sticky? Are there any skeletons in the closet like lawsuits, debt, bad leases? Then, when you get to price talks, shift the conversation from I'll pay you X to here's how we can both win if this business grows under my ownership. All right, let's talk about build your team early. Get your attorney, get your CPA, get your lender, get pre-approved, and get an industry consultant. You don't need them all on day one, but line them up before you're in the heat of closing. All right, part 5, building your perpetual deal flow machine. Here's the big secret. Your first acquisition, if you do it right, makes your next one a whole lot easier. Every single one of my serial acquirers has said this on my podcast. If you integrate well, treat the team right, and grow the business, word will spread. Sellers talk. You know everybody in your ecosystem. Brokers talk. Pretty soon, they'll start calling you. And Buffett said it best. Your reputation is like a snowball. It builds over time, but you've got to start rolling it. All right, let's talk about data-driven refinement. Track what's working, which sources send you the best deals, which industries respond fastest. Double down there. And finally, document your process. That becomes your personal acquisition playbook. All right, I'm going to close now. So you don't have to sit around waiting for the right business to magically appear. You can reverse engineer deal flow from your ideal target. Define it, find it, and make the first move. Just remember, this is one channel in a multi-channel system. Keep your on-market search going, keep your off-market outreach consistent, and keep your network warm. If you want my exact playbook for doing this, what I use with my own clients, grab it at dealflowsystem.net. It's in the description down below. I'm John Stoddard, and I'll see you on the next one.